There we go. All right, guys. Burning Wheel session 18 after a long, long break. Um,
18. Wow.
as per usual, I'll do a little summary of what happened so far, and then we'll go through beliefs, instincts, and traits. So, uh, you guys are on the hunt for a means to cleanse the axe of dwarvish lords, which is hiding in an innocuous tree somewhere on the steppes of the mountains around Ormsfeld. This and Eddern, your companion, your wizard companion, he is ostensibly kind of guarding it, keeping an eye on it, and keeping an eye on the village itself. And you guys entered into Dun Khazdrath following like the instructions from Alric's notes, his notebook, and Father Brennan's rough map that kind of led you up north and into a gorge, which meandered down towards the east. And as you were going there, as you were heading down this like crooked path, um, you saw a group of dwarves that were frozen in the ice. They were practically naked, like wearing loincloths of some sort and rough like tunics. And they had no beards. They're clean shaven. And they were frozen solid. They were kind of all huddled together, like to try and stay warm. And their oddly their facial features were distorted. Their eyes were bulging, their lips were very large, and there was like some scaling happening on their skin. So they had that fishy kind of weird look. Um, you couldn't really do much with them because they were so hard, like frozen so hard, that you left them there and continued on and entered into an abandoned mine shaft which looked like they were mining precious metal like silver or whatever, because you could see it sort of the striations in the cavern walls. And after, you know, recovering from cold exposure and the storm, with some potion with a nice tea and herbs that Torvik had brewed. You recovered yourself and then you continued on. It was at that time that Lucarin found a very strange scroll case, and the scroll case was like made out of bone, and it was carved in the shape of some kind of tentacled creature, and the octopus's kind of head was the screw top, which you unscrewed, and in there was a note written in kind of bastardized version of Dwarven. And in that, there was basically a directive from some kind of high priest. Name of Moraded. No, Morded. Um, there was a note from this Morded given to an individual named Arving, and the note had, directed him to recover the basically what you could tell is the acts of dwarvish lords, and there was also symbols to um, two demonic entities that Brother Glynn has experience with or knows the names of Demogorgon and I think Yog Sothoth. Yog Sothoth. Okay. And I think you don't know anything about Yog-Sothoth, but you've heard of Demogorgon. Um, Moving on, you continue traveling down the following the notes of Father Brennan and went deeper and deeper into the caves until it kind of like turned into like a natural cave complex, like it wasn't like mined as much. And you basically got totally lost in the darkness and in the gloom and in the twisting tunnels. And that was when you heard this terrible screeching of some kind of beast. And like going through the columns of stalactite, stalagmite like pillars, you emerged into like an open clearing, and very gloomily, because there was like a blackish, misty haze all around the place, there were these dwarves in this kind of old looking armor that had netted and pinned down a uh, a large serpentine creature like a dragon, but it was like a youngling, okay? And it was pinned down, and the creature was blind, and it was thrashing about, and the myrmidons were doing their best to try and secure it. And at some point in the creature's thrashing, it turned, and you could see that it was blind. Its eyes were completely milky white, but there was like a glow that came out in its third eye, and it noticed Torvik across the darkness and the gloom, and basically asked for aid and called him some kind of like kindred, like somebody with second sight. And you guys talked about it, and you said, let's do this. So you defeated the dwarves, um, and rescued the dragon. And the dragon described itself as uh, what's her name? Hi, Chirofax. And she said that her mother would love to meet Torvik, and that you strangelings, you manlings from up above must come down and meet my mother. And you're like, no way, Jose. And I think it was Lucarn who was like, well, what are you going to pay me for freeing you? And and it was like a little bit of a duel of wits there, or just a contested role, and you got it to agree to lead you um, towards like the Temple of Moradin, where you're headed to try and
The
find
pipes, what were
answers.
they called? That the pipes, the
Yeah, she said that
Throat.
because the next section in the map, or in the notebook too, is the throat of Dun Khazdrath, which is like the entire like metal work, waterworks and
waterworks. That's
forges.
what you called it last time, yeah.
Yeah, and she said it's a very dangerous place, like a haunted space, but she knows a secret way through.
How do you spell the dragon's name?
Um, Chirofax, so Chyrofax.
And I believe that Brother Glenn made some sort of a roll to get Chirofax to defy her mother, but
Mm.
I
That was
do
it. That
not
was it.
remember.
Like you the she was trying to spy on you and try and eavesdrop on you, and you blinded you did some kind of like blind some kind of like distraction of some sort. And that was like for it to take you through this dangerous place, the throat, was a defiance. you know, was
Yes.
like
Yes.
doing not like doing something risky, even for a dragonling.
I remember now. Yes.
Yeah, so that was good. Um, so I don't know if any of you guys like did any I don't have any notes or memory because I didn't even listen to the video of the dwarven sold the fighters and all that if you inspected their bodies or looted their bodies.
Um, I don't think we definitely didn't loot them
Hmm.
because I don't think. I think we went immediately into talking to the dragon.
Yeah,
They
so we
were,
haven't finished kind of that space.
but so I can't. So maybe were they were the dwarves fighting the dragon similar to the dwarves that we found all dead, or
No,
were they? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So like, so
these dwarves have beards.
they're more like Dwergar, I assume, to use a
They,
D&D term.
no, so they look like regular dwarves like you. They have
Yeah.
beards, but no, but they're very different. Like their faces are distorted, okay? Their eyes are more bulgy and their lips are
Oh, that's right. They were like mutants or something.
they are mutated, but they have their beards still. And their gear, although it's all dwarf craft, right? But the design features are like, let's say with your dwarf lore and stuff like that, said, wow, this kind of style is many ages past. It's not of any recent, like even the age of Dun Khazdrath and kind of works that were coming from that time. This looks older, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, more um, Greek, Roman look.
But the other dwarves, they were more like the dwarves that Torvig would associate with giants.
The first ones, the frozen
The
ones,
first guys, yeah, the
yeah,
frozen
the
ones.
frozen
Okay,
ones are dwarves, shaven, fishy looking. Um, And that's really like you didn't get much except for that they looked really poor.
right, right.
Like no gear. Very, very poor, very, very like monastic.
Aesthetic.
That's it.
Okay, cool.
So so like yeah, so we could go through beliefs, instincts, and traits quickly, right? Just to get our bearings. Um, Kyle, you want to go first?
Sure. The axe is dragon tainted. Is Kyrofax's mother responsible? I will find out.
Hmm.
And then like parentheses and Punisher.
Right, right.
But that, well, I'm not gonna put. I think the punishment will be like that's gonna be its own belief, right? Like,
Yeah, that's a yeah.
the next one, my cursed eyes might be useful if I knew what I was seeing. I will convince the dragon Kyrofax to teach me aura reading. The third belief has not changed. The Temple of Moradin and Duke Khazdrath was a repository of lore. We will search the temple for a way to cleanse the axe. My oath has not changed. I swore to Uncle Vidlick that I would do everything in my power to recover the axe of dwarvish lords and cleanse it or destroy its evil. Instincts. Always take a closer look. Always tell the ugly truth. Never trust sorcery. And my traits are, they have not. I've not gotten any new traits, obviously.
Hmm. Closer look was the one like where you will double check with seconds.
Second sight,
Yeah,
yes,
cool.
indeed.
Never trust sorcery. All right, cool. And your character traits, you have I'm a dwarf.
Hmm.
That was what you earned. and bold,
Uh,
right?
yes, I believe so. Yeah, yeah,
Cool.
that's it.
Great.
At the trade vote.
Okay. Stephen?
Pelor alone cannot cleanse the axe of dragon taint. Chiropax may be able to lead us through where we need to go. I don't trust her.
Okay.
All the works of Pelor will be for naught if the dragons prevail. We must stay focused on cleansing the axe. Torvig is our best hope for figuring out how to cleanse the axe. He's also reckless, and we'd likely be dead without him. I will protect him from himself.
Nice.
Um,
Okay.
and then the instincts praise Pelor, be kind. I'll be there to defend my friends with my sword.
Well,
And then traits down to earth, lawful good, inspirational, and steadfast.
yeah, so the lawful good was the ones you earn and steadfast,
Yes.
right? Yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
Cool. Viano?
Okay. Belief one, I do not know who amongst us can use the axe. An axe bearer must rise up. In the deep dark, we will find our hero. I think this is the plan. I'm terrified of the dark we must enter and must seek the light of Pelor to find my courage. This is a just cause, so I'm gonna try to again lean into that and I'm gonna say that I'm not happy with the dark. Like it's not a good thing for me, I don't think.
Yeah, well,
Mhm.
like totally, it's terrifying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I cannot save my family unless we have the axe blessed. Even though we might not all survive this dungeon, there is no other path.
Cool.
And then instincts, always face danger and never run, always charge when confronted by enemies,
Whoa.
uh, always defend my family's honor. And then, yeah, valiant, duty bound, and then that intimidating one, which has the reroll on failure and a tiebreaker for, I guess, for intimidation, right?
Yeah, so Valiant and Duty Bound were the new ones and
Yeah, yeah. And then still the
intimidating. Great. Okay, so it's like I think we can start like right because I feel maybe there's unfinished business after the battle, particularly like just looking at the other the dwarves and stuff like that. So I don't want to skip ahead and miss that opportunity. Um well actually like what do you guys want to do? Who wants to do something? The
Um,
dragon is sort of like um it's imagine it being about 20 feet long and about 3 to 2 feet thick and very sinewy. It it doesn't have like wings per se. It's more like a worm, you know, with with more maybe Asian in style. Like not that I'm trying to say this is an Asian
did it have a little mustache? Does it have
dragon,
a little
right?
mustache?
It's
Yeah.
more worm-like, like worm-like, and so it it kind of like slithers, but it doesn't glide. It moves over to the bodies of the fallen dwarves and sniffs at them. Mm.
oh, what kind of chamber are we in right now?
You're in a natural cavern.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
you're in a natural cavern, like like you'd gotten lost from the mine tunnels, and you ended up
Right.
in this like natural cavern with like a forest of stalactites, stalagmites. And this is like behind that forest was this open area which you can't see the like where it leads off into because of the light source doesn't go that far.
Hmm.
Um, and the dragon is sniffing around, and it like literally puts its paw on one of them and just, bites off a leg, rips it off, and guzzles it down and then like curls up into a coil uh as it like just like digests its food.
Okay. So Torvig will start searching the dwarves' bodies.
Amazing.
He doesn't know exactly what he's looking for, just some indicator of who they are, what they were doing, or
Yeah.
and
I,
maybe money they haven't.
I would turn to Carfax and say, so why were they hunting you?
Yeah. Um these dwarves, these dwarflings um attacked me out of the blue. I know not why. Mother told me to be careful in these wild parts. They are they are they gather in bands around the edges of the old city and hunt these corridors for their main source of food. But I mean, she's saying that, but she's obviously not being hunted for food. They had a net and like they had her pinned down and weren't trying to kill her. Like it didn't seem like
Hmm.
Yeah. What's my detect bullshit skill?
that. Can I get an insight check? Um, I think she, how does that work? So she's trying, okay, so, um, you can, she's not lying to you, okay? She doesn't know. She knows like where they come from, what they are, but she doesn't know. I think she says like the way she seems to say it is like that she's basically attacked by a gang, you know? These are like marauders.
Ask if this is
So,
new or have they been here a long time?
There are several of these clans um that do not enter the old city anymore and have made a life for themselves in the darkened caves. But none would ever dare attack me, my, and she kind of like frills a bit, and you'll see like she goes, I am like a princess in these parts. None would dare anger mother.
Hmm.
Um, and Torvig, your search of the bodies, um, sees pulled like you see uh that they're like a little bit away from the individuals themselves are like well armed.
Okay.
Okay. They have good quality dwarfcraft equipment.
Whoa.
Um the axe, sword, um breastplates, helms, greaves. Um These are all, but like, I would say that the craftsmanship is really good, but the equipment, like the metal, isn't. of the highest grade. Like it's not mithril or the best steel that you're used to up in the more civilized lands.
Like they
Um,
didn't have good craftsmanship but bad ore.
right.
Okay.
Um, and that they also they have packs like they've been on a journey for some time, like several days. And there's like these gourds, and you unstop a gourd, it smells like nog. Um, and there's like these salted meats wrapped in like a some type of waxen cloth, and
We take some because I'm sure that we not that we you're not that sticky on rations and stuff, but
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
No, okay, so is carrying Nog in gourds very common for Torvig's culture? I mean, I
Well,
s-
it seems like a paltry thing to carry such a potent drink in
that's
your world.
yeah.
You have casks and
I
uh
mean, I hadn't heard of that, but I assume yeah, so I assume that was not something Torvig would be familiar with. So,
no,
um is the gourd familiar? Is it a vegetable he's ever seen? Like
no.
like so it's like from it's obviously, he could tell a gourd, but obviously it is from some foreign land.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you maybe in the bazaars of like Keoland or whatever from the south,
Sure.
they have these things, or travelers that come up from there. But yeah, like that would be very odd, right?
Sure, it'd be like showing up in Japan with a pumpkin or something in the
Yeah,
sixth century. Like that's
yeah,
going to be
yeah, yeah, yeah.
remarked upon. Okay, yeah, not okay. So, well, but it's definitely Nog, right? He tastes some of it.
Yeah, you take a swig, and it's definitely dwarven nog, which is quite potent stuff.
Yeah. Well, this is good Nog, but I'm also impressed and offended simultaneously.
Yeah,
How are you offended, Master Torvig?
Uh, it's like putting, I don't know. It's a gourd and it has Nog in it.
you have not seen this before in your people.
No, we typically do not use things such as gourds to carry Nog. Maybe you do.
like your people use casks. Nice, good quality
Good.
wooden casks.
Stout dwarven mugs, tankards, pewter. Yeah, so he's mystified by this.
Mm-hmm.
What about their salted meat? What kind of meat is it?
Um, it's like a red meat, like like it's not like a chicken, it's more like but you can't tell, it could look like,
It's just a
it's
haunch of
like
meat.
it's a dark color like a beef,
Hmm.
like a dried beef or something, like a salted beef roast.
Yeah, he's gonna cut a slice and just he's not gonna bother to soak it or anything. He's just gonna like taste this, lick it, taste it, see if is it a cure he's familiar with?
No, no, it's just salted. Yeah.
Hmm.
Let us
Maybe
take
a
some for the.
mushroomy, maybe like a mushroomy taste. Yeah. Actually,
Well, I was just
I'm
thinking,
just
so
thinking of that. Yeah.
I don't
Maybe
know how
some kind of
familiar you
like
are with.
fermentation on the outside.
Well, there's different cures and different salts. So I figure like the type of salt, and this I'm extrapolating, like it's a mineral. So it's probably something dwarves would grouse about and argue about, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
So can I use dwarf wise to determine if this is some suspicious foreign salt?
Yes.
Cool. I don't have dwarf wise yet, but I am trying to open it.
Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, yeah. Go for it.
Perfect dwarf.
I'm
So
no
all
longer
one.
advantage here. Oh, but one. Oh wow. Two sixes, which I will not open. That would be silly.
You got it.
Hmm. Yeah. But
Yeah,
so they're clearly from afar. Like this is clearly some foreign culture of dwarves. Uh, when we were coming through here, so Torvig does not want to leave these fine dwarven weapons to rust and rot or be picked up by interlopers. But
right.
obviously, we can't carry all this with us. So, was there anywhere that we passed by recently that would be a good place for him to put these in, wrap them in like a loose cloak, tie them up in a bundle, and hide them somewhere for later retrieval?
Yeah. Um, I would give that a yes. I think like um it's n not a test. Like I wouldn't worry too much about. I'll say yes. Yeah, you can definitely in the dark, in a cave, natural, a lot of nooks and crannies.
Hmm.
The trick is, are you going to remember where it is?
Well, he's gonna
You're
draw
going to be able to find
himself
it again.
a basic treasure map,
Cool, 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 cool.
uh, so that he will hopefully remember it. So we're not in the throat yet. So is it like so? This will be. I'm just gonna call this.
This is called the wild. Like
Okay.
call it the what's a stalactite? Like the forest, like the stone forest.
Stone forest.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Stone Forest sounds perfectly dwarven.
Hmm. Yeah, you
The
could
treasure
say like
map.
this stuff could be very useful and valuable to um a a a collector back home, right?
Yeah. Well, I think Dwarven made weapons just in general. Torvig
Yeah.
would consider that.
They all
Um.
have the balance die. Yeah.
Yeah. Inherently valuable. So treasure map detailing where Torvid stashed a variety of quote unquote foreign dwarvish weapons and armor amidst in the stone forest in the caves beneath Dune Khazdrath. And I mean, I suspect, out of character that these are um like giant worshipping dwarves, but Torvik doesn't actually know that. So they're not worshipping, but
Giant loving.
yeah. Are their beards weirdly braided? Oddly braided?
Um, yeah, they're strangely braided. They're more like
I think we talked about this, and was it more like Assyrian type kind of? Yeah,
yeah, Assyrian. Yeah. Like long, thick, just
yeah,
ropey cords going down, right? Or coiled going down.
yeah. The Assyrians are super cool for ancient culture of genocidal maniacs.
Yeah, you're right, right. I mean, in my notes I call them myrmidons. Um,
Oh yeah, cool. Because they're like
mhm.
the Chaos Dwarves from Warhammer Fantasy, right? Like these guys, sort of.
It's a little bit deeper than that, the lore.
Yeah. Hey man, Chaos Dwarf lore is super
And
awesome.
Sanj, do we have like
Yeah, sorry.
no. Did they have any wood or any torches? Or I mean, they're all going by dark side, I guess.
Yeah, They have torches. They have torches.
Okay. So I'm trying to gather up. I'm gathering up like anything. I'm just freaking out as we go down. I'm trying to gather like torches and
Extra
different things. And
torches.
yeah.
Right, right. Yeah, good idea. Actually, there's one thing I want to add. Now that you mentioned giant worshiping, um, or giant loving, or giant aligned.
Yeah.
Um, there is one of them that is, uh, you know, his helmet is his helm is a little different.
Hmm.
Um, it it whereas most of them have like a central like face like this, and two like slits like that, kind of like a Greek style helmet. This guy's is like full face cover, okay? Like his full
Hmm.
face is covered and like that. And he on his chest plate there is a symbol of a like kind of like a embossed, so it's pushed sticking out like raised, of a kind of like a bonfire, and in the bonfire or standing like above the bonfire is the shape of a muscled man, like a large humanoid.
Like a giant.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Like a fire
uh,
giant.
yeah.
Okay. And then I mean, so okay, so this could be like the leader or something. Do they have any like anything that Torvik would recognize as clan markings?
Um, like tattoos.
Sure.
There's
Tattoos, emblems on armor and weapons, anything.
a lot of them have tattoos, and
Okay.
these guys like seem to all share that like they have these swirly kind of flame motif uh tattoos running up their arms, on their backs. The rune comes up. Sutur. Um, Sutur.
Search searcher.
Searcher.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, so Torvig's speculation is now that, something here the giants know about. Maybe they've sent these dwarven servants here. Um, so he'll obviously tell uh his companions what he thinks is that these are some distant, uh, you know, clan of dwarves that serve the giants willingly or otherwise, or at least are foreign to Torvig. And so, it would be very coincidental if this strange new uh, clan of dwarves showed up, at the same time as the giants and just happened to have all this giant iconography in their art and not be related. So,
But don't forget that they are mutated.
yes.
Their futures are not like yours, like they've been they've been corrupted.
Hmm. So
And
like,
the dragon had said that there's like many of these, that many of these tribes or or gangs that prowl these wilds.
well, I'm gonna think about this for a second. You guys can don't let me take all the time.
Screen
So
time. All right, Vienna. So you're scared of the dark. Um, gathering up torches and stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to find like, like little, I'm grabbing pieces of their cloth and, trying to come up with tinder kits and making sure that, if we have to, because we also got lost too, right?
Hmm.
So I'm trying to say like, okay, well, if we could leave torches at intersections and such, and yeah, no, I'm just afraid that we're not going to be able to get out of here.
Right. That's a very good point.
So yeah, I'm saying I said Torvik, how will we get out of here? How will we find ourselves out of it if we don't even know where we are?
no, we're in a cave. It's fine. I will find a way out if we have to. It's no big problem. Dwarves are natural pathfinders.
Um, I mean, as you're saying this, Chris, like you feel the weight of Alric's notes, like his notebook on his adventure.
Yeah, like they went insane down here.
Yeah, and you kind of like, do you want to? Yeah, so you remember like some of those comments of them, like him losing his mind here, right?
So, question: would Torvig,
Chris,
he's a
you're
dwarf.
muted. You're muted. Oh, okay.
Would he have like a vague idea of how far underground they are?
Do you have like, is there like a trait like that, like deep sense or
I don't
I
think
think there's like
so.
a dwarf. I have
Well, there's
them.
shape from earth and stone. Um, but no, it's not like I don't think there's anything in Burning Wheel like there's in D&D where they just kind of have like
Yeah. You can try. You can try a
sure.
perception test.
Yeah, well, mainly he just wants to be able to tell Lucarin how far like we're only so and so forth underground.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say like just logically speaking, if you kind of figure out how it hasn't been that long, you haven't even camped for you only camped one night
Mhm.
when you got there. So this is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
day two, you know?
Yeah, we couldn't be that far underground.
It's not that far. There's still a lot more to go.
Yeah, no, I mean, I say Torvik, I say I have been trained to navigate by the stars and by mountains. There is nothing like that here. I am lost. I'm
I
just
will
used.
use soothing platitudes to try to reassure Lucarin that it's perfectly fine. Um, everything is fine. You're a great warrior. There's nothing down here that could best you. We are traveling with this dragon, who is friendly and will definitely not cause a problem later.
Yeah,
And
as you say friendly and you like the freaking like torn body of one of the dwarfs is right there and you can
I mean,
see the blood like like sort of like in the torchlight just like glinting red on his
not to that guy, but let's all face it, he was kind of a dick. Yes, I want to use soothing platitudes. To calm Lucarin's nerves.
Okay. Well, four, I guess.
I'd like to add
All right,
doctrine.
cool. Well, it's whatever his
Yeah,
will
Helping
for.
to have,
his will's four.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll accept. I'll accept
Yeah,
that.
what's
Sure,
your
sure.
what are you saying?
uh, I, on second thought, I'd like to use religious history, and I will say that we can trust Torvik. Dwarves are renowned for not getting lost in caves. They have built their entire lives out of here, and rise to the surface, as we will rise, as Pella
Hmm.
will rise.
Mm, cool. I think
Yeah.
Chris has got some family.
Sorry, I was just saying goodnight to my dog. Um, so I say there is no choice but to move forward. I will not think of getting out until we have the means to clean this axe.
Okay, let's roll to see if Lucarn is really assuaged.
Assuaged.
Okay. Well, this will be. Let's see. I don't think any. Yeah, I think I'm gonna
Oh,
do it.
for yep.
Look, it's perfectly safe. We don't know where we're going exactly. The monster will lead us. There's only a few million tons of stone at this depth, and we will go much deeper. So you should really be worried more about the future than now. Also, there are the poison gases that are visible. We have no canary; those could kill us. Likely more of these dwarves. You should not worry of them. There are many worse things in the deep parts. There are We could run
That's
across a
funny.
wild cockatrix that could turn us into stone, or uh, there are the things that fall from the ceilings that look like select piercers. And then there could be a basilisk. That would be bad. And he goes on and on about all these threats and monsters that could be lurking in the darkness. And then we could fall down an endless shaft and break our legs and starve to death.
Or we
I
could
think
have to listen to you list all the things that could kill us.
Oh, that will not kill you.
So guys,
Unfortunately.
I think like after maybe you've rested, you've done all your research, like reconnaissance or whatever, and the dragon stirs and uncoils and gives itself a shake. And she goes and its long like snout like turns towards like uncannily can turn towards Torvik.
COVID.
And
Or Big 19.
its blind eyes look at you and maybe there's like this like its scent is very good and it has like those whiskers that kind of can sense from just air
Mm.
vibrations. Uh, and it says, "You surface dwellers now, are you ready? Shall we go to um shall I lead you now into the throat of Dun Khazdrath and take you to the gateway to the upper city?"
Yes.
Sure.
Cool. So, um, she leads you, uh, like beyond in from the direction where you guys were coming on. She leads you beyond that fight into the darkness. Uh, by now you can't even tell which north, south, east, west, whatever, up or down. It's all lost for now. And thinking back to Father Brennan's map, it feels largely useless. Um, and after about an hour of trekking through this impossible and scrabbly natural cave where sometimes you have to climb over boulders and squeeze through narrows. Whereas like the larger creature, the dragon, kind of like goes over a hump and then through it. You suddenly get into a new mine shaft again. And this one is a coal shaft. Okay. There are heaps of coal in the corner, and you can like, even when you broke into it, it like the dust of like, getting into this space sort of like puffs up and blackened soot sort of like rises. So you're in some kind of like coal mine. And after about uh, you know 20 minutes or so, you come across like a track, a rail track of some sort. It's like totally it's not used, obviously. The place has been abandoned for years. There's like thick cobwebs that you have to uh, break, or she breaks for you. And um, I think I gotta wait for Stephen a little bit before we continue. I'm just gonna get a wa glass of water, okay?
Okay.
Cool, cool.
I'm gonna back.
All right.
Hey, bud.
Hello, hello.
Mhm. Okay, right. So the dragon, uh, Chirofax, um, has led you into a kind of like a coal mine shaft, and um, there's like a cart track, like a rail track, um, that's like old and kind of rotten and dismantled, that runs along it, but you can still see remnants of it. And you follow along that path, and like after some time, like it opens out into these like little nodes where like chambers that were dug in for the coal and loaded into crates probably and sent on. Um, and then it then you start to see dwarven like arches and stonework, buttressing the hall, the hallway or the tunnel that you're walking through. And about an hour into this journey down the coal mine, you come into like it's getting more and more like built up, I guess. And then you come into this large circular room, okay, like huge circular, like round chamber, which the ground is sort of slope. The ground is actually the ground is like stone now, and the tracks like right in, like run right into it. And there are tracks coming from uh other areas of this circular room, tracks coming from different tunnels into the space. And in the middle, there's a huge pit, okay, like a 20-foot wide circular pit in the ground. And these the you could see like the carts sort of like are supposed to, the track goes around the pit, and maybe like they dump the ore into that and continue on. And like looking down, like she leads you past the pit and like past this room. But like even when you're walking by and you look down, like it's cold. Obviously there's no furnace that's keeping this place heated or warmed. Um, but you can peer down in there, and it's completely blackness. It must be super deep. Um, um, uh, on the other side, she leads you down like another rail track, and that track eventually, after about 20 minutes, um, ends in like a stone chamber, with pillars holding up uh, the the ceiling above. And there's you know these big stone tables strewn about, or like kind of like placed equidistant in throughout this square chamber. And um, on the other side, there's like a wide set of 10-foot wide um, uh, stairs leading down. All right. Um, you start to take those stairs going down, and now as you're going down, you'll see like little alcoves in the walls on either side, with covered in cobweb and broken stone, but maybe they held like statues of some sort. And the 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 air starts to change after about a half hour of marching in this in this direction. Um, it gets warmer and heavier, like 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 the weight of the mountain is pressing down on your lungs. And the tunnel, like the stairs goes down and then straightens out into a tunnel, and you feel it even more. And eventually, this tunnel opens out not into a hall, but a vast mechanical cavern. Okay, it's like basically you're confronted with like a view of from like a platform of a a a series of pipes and gears and great like arteries of metal and stone just covering a vast space in front of you. Everything is like um rusted and decrepit, but the air is just now like almost pulsing with warmth, and a thick mist sort of clings to the entire space. And it's like almost like beckoning you in. And
And Sanj, was this described in the journal at all?
yeah, you flipping through the journal, and like the journal entries from Alric describe the way in, like getting to the Temple of Morden as sort of cold, sterile, dead, like the impressed with the grandeur of the space and the level of engineering, but no mention of mist, no mention of heat. Okay.
Yeah, I just say this is not as my father described.
But there is towards the end of his book, um, a whole like after recovering the axe and everything, towards the end of his book, they come back through this year, and now he says the place is alive.
Okay.
The like the that the ghosts of dwarven past speak to us from the mist. They they want us to choose, but we will not choose. Um, and it describes like a little bit about like Gomdrill's reaction to the events that he was seeing. And like some of the events are like um, a ritual to to an argument between two factions, some calling each other traitor, others calling us oppressors. And then later on, there's like a ghostly battle. Um, so, and his interpretation throughout the whole thing is, you know, to not engage, uh, to not, fall. Um, Whereas his friend Gomdril, the prince, the dwarven prince that came with him, was trying to choose sides, what's going on in this ghostly situation. Anyway, so pipes everywhere, like these great iron arteries, thick as tree trunks running along the wall. across the ceiling, plunging down into the darkness below. Some are split, some are ruptured, some still hum. And like the dragon is like, this is not how it was before. I have not seen. She's like, something. I sense something, something in the air. Do you sense it? She says to Torvig.
Oh, does he? I mean, he'll take a closer look with second sight.
Um, so second sight reveals a greenish tint to the space, the entire space, like a glowing greenish mist, like that mist that everybody else sees as steam.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you, when you look, the place seems to throb like like a like a like expand and contract, okay? The pipes next to you expand and contract, looking looking right in front of you, maybe to a pipe like right next to you. You see like a
Mm-hmm.
drip of water suddenly like drip down and then go up. Like um
Well, that's not normal.
and at some point like all of you can sort of hear a like a kind of like drone sound, like like um a constant pressure. It's not quite like you can't pinpoint what the sound is, but it's not silence. It's a hum.
And is that described again? The Was any of this described in the journals?
Um, just that at this point, like in towards their retreat, uh, Alric is they got lost on their way out
Mm.
because of some things, and then they were stuck in here for quite some time and had to deal with um, supernatural. And he he's convinced towards the end of his notes are all scraggly, and he's convinced that like something's trying to get him, and
In
and
specific.
and
Okay.
everybody's holding him back. You know, they're not being decisive, and they're not listening to him, and it's very sad to hear. Um, so
Like
you
paranormal.
the the dragon turns back and is like, the way the way the way to the upper world that I know of lies in the center, where the main pipes, the actual throat, leads up to the upper surface to the fountain. There's like a fountain that is in the middle of the courtyard. Um, and there's like a spiral stairs that will lead up, but we must traverse this warren.
So, I mean, man, Torvig is not familiar with magic stuff, so he knows the mist is green. Magic. Does this green mean anything to you, dragon?
It is it is some sorcery for sure, but I do not know what.
Okay, priest, use your magic to tell us what this magic is.
Or grant us the wisdom to understand what we're confronted with. And I think that would be a boon for Torvig to to help him understand what it that we're because assuming that even though that I have faithful, I am not seeing anything other than just the steam, right?
Well, yeah, I think yeah. You just see like I mean, the steam is not natural. Even the way the sound travels in here is not natural. The steam, the mist seems to like how could it be even in existence if there's no machinery that's working? Um, and it seems to like reach out and beckon you and curl around your ankles and want to draw you in. It sort of
Okay.
opens and parts. So yes, it's obviously magical.
Okay.
Look at the different faith powers you have.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking that I will probably want to do um so I'm going to presume that we're going to need to do a test to get um to the throat, right?
yeah, like do it in say it in natural language. What do you want? Like yeah.
Pelor, let us stay focused on reaching the throat and not be distracted by this miasma.
Hmm, that's good. So
And if I go ahead, Sanj.
yeah, I'm just asking what is that? That's like I see what you want, like not to be distracted by whatever drama is playing out, right?
Yeah. So I was thinking that I would go for a blessing,
Mm-hmm.
and then whatever test it is that we're going to make to get uh, to the throat, that
Mm-hmm.
get a +1.
Okay.
And Sanj, I'm gonna try. So I want to try to uh open a skill like
Y- One sec.
around trying to pray with Brother Glenn
Okay. Yeah.
to help him out.
So faith.
Faith, yeah. So I'm gonna ask, I say, brother, please let me pray with you. Teach me.
Open your heart to Pelor, and I take his hands. I say, Pelor, grant us the vision to ignore this miasma and reach the throat, so that we may continue our quest. And
Cool.
then I should say something as
So you roll your faith.
well. Yeah. And
Whoa.
One
there is an
six.
open-ended. Yeah,
I didn't re-rolled it. Yeah.
It already did.
You got a
damn.
Ah.
one.
So I can re-roll that with a faith, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fate. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm. All right.
Bam.
So your your torch sort of answers in answers you and kind of like sheds a brighter light that extends like an extra 10, 15 feet out into the mist. And the dragon turns back and sort of says, I hope that will be enough. And she says, follow me. Um, she leads you out on. So actually, I just want to say, so mechanically, Chris, helping him with the fate doesn't really do anything because you don't
No,
have
I get
to.
it. I'm
But it's
just I'm
good
gonna try
for
to open it. Yeah,
role,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
good
yeah.
for role playing. Yeah,
So
eventually.
there's Chris, there's a trait called believer,
Okay.
and I want to say believer does allow you to give helping die on faith, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, or I think it makes it easier for faith
Something.
to work like on you. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, all faith obstacles used against believers are made at -1 ob. So
right.
that could be a good stepping stone.
Hmm.
And then if like Steve was trying to juice up Lucarin with holy power, that makes it easier. So
Right.
we need to keep
Okay,
that in
so the
mind.
torch lights up brighter. The dragon says, I hope this is enough. And she says, let's move forward then. Okay. You end up, there's like a narrow catwalk stretching out in front of you and iron grating beneath your feet. Below it is just like this misty darkness that's that through the haze you see nothing, just total blackness. You cannot see the bottom. Steam hisses somewhere in the distance, and then like um all of a sudden you hear like a sharp um blast of air, like a jet of steam, like breath drawn through clenched teeth. And then you hear like voices muttering in the mist, in the shadows. And because the way sound is traveling, like you can't tell whether it's in front of you or behind you or to the side of you, but the voices are faint and they're dwarven and they're arguing. They're going back and forth um, in a dwarven dialect. Can't really make out the words in the beginning, but the tone is accusatory and full of anger. Um, and what do you do?
So we can't tell the distance or anything.
I mean, it's close enough that these voices are in your ear. Um, and really, like the catwalk is only stretching out in front of you. There's no way to go left or right at this point. So
Yeah.
basically, you just have to move forward.
Okay. So I get my weapons at the ready, Sanj.
Cool, cool, cool. So you have your magical defender sword,
Hmm.
and you have your shield. And the rest of you, are you kind of arming yourselves, or
Yeah, yeah.
When I
Um
see Lucarin weapon up, I look at what's going on, but I trust him.
yeah.
and Stephen,
Corvick
do you remember
unsheaths and
your
sword.
blade has been blessed by the angel,
That's right.
right? So y- your blade is a spirit weapon, which means like it can attack spirit natured creatures, like non-corporeal ghosts. Okay.
Like steam monsters.
What? Um, so as you go forward, the voices grow clearer and louder. Um, and then through ahead through like the forest of pipes and hanging chains, you see them. And I kind of like really picture it like in Lord of the Rings with like when they're going through the army of the dead, these these ghostly apparitions in a greenish hazy light that are filthy. Okay. They're filthy. They're wearing smocks. Their their hair is matted. Their fingers are gnarled. They have hammers and wrenches, and they're like covered in grease and dust. And it's about a dozen or so, and they're seem to be like in a small group arguing, blah blah blah, and then one of them. So I can imagine you like just what are you doing when you see this group of them? Like
Have they
the,
are they
the
reacting
dragon
to
sort
us?
of like pauses and recoils and just like because it's right in front of you, like you can't move forward without going through them. You could. Sorry, what was your question, Stephen?
Are they reacting to us, or are they just bitching among themselves?
They're bitching among themselves, and one of them like steps forward, and you can see like when he takes his hammer and clangs it against the pipes, it's a cacophony of sound like reverberates all around you. And in that moment, like the space where you're looking into, like Lucarn, when you look to the left, you see like a huge pipe, maybe like 2 feet tall, big pipe going along the side there. The through like that rusted metal, you see like an imprint of a figure that sort of like bubbles to the surface, right? And this beard in the center where the ghostly figures are uh, arguing, this the one who's kind of like his beard is like rough. Okay, it's not clean shaven. Um, he hammers on the wall and he says, uh, um, Barakazad Tul Asgal, the oath of the dwarves lies broken. Stone we were given, stone we were sworn, stone we return to dust. Return to dust. Some of them follow them, and some of them like repeat that. And another like from another group in the circle, they're like, traitor! You defy the oaths! And this individual hammers again and says, you bind yourself to dead kings, cold forges. The names do not answer. And then like on his contingent or his faction, they go, we have called, we have listened, and something has answered, says he. Goes, no, you defiler. And they like some of the ghosts of the this guy, like they hold that guy who calls out traitor down, and says the ghost steps forward and says, Moradin does not hear us. And um Lucarn and uh Brother Glenn, you look over, actually, like I think maybe Brother Glenn, you look over and you're seeing like standing right next to Torvig is another ghost. And this is like a blonde-haired modern, this is Chris, you know this guy. This is Prince Gondrel. This is your dad's buddy. And his ghost is like imposed on yours just like that. And he says he like his ghost like steps into that thing and says like, "Stop your fighting. This is madness." Right? And they all turn to stare at him. And uh like the lead dwarf then says, uh, "The All Fathers do not hear us. You do not know what is you do not know what we have suffered. You," and then traitor. Um, and one guy goes, then like all the other dwarves like go Barak, Kazad, Azgul, and they cut off their beards. Barak, Kazad, Azgul, and you see Gondrel like kind of like fall onto his knees, and he's like got his hand in his head, um, and one of the leader dwarf sees Torvig and looks straight at him and says, "Oh, I see you. You have you have the third eye. I see you. You are one of us. Come, come, join."
Brother Glenn is going to interpose himself and bring his sword up. You will not interfere with Torvig.
Um, what's the word? What is the word for invader? Um, a bringer of light. Take him down. Says
How many are there, Sanj?
like a dozen.
Okay.
And at the sight of like Brother Glynn, like with his sword of like blessed sword and the kind of like the torchlight like floating in the air. Actually, maybe like that um they come at you now. They're seeing like, "Oh my God, it's it's like a bringer of light in this place of darkness. No!" And they say,
Uh,
"The deep shall take
Yes!
you, the deep shall take you." And at this point, this hallway and the catwalk that you're on like starts to reverberate and twist, and like a bolt comes flying out like a bullet, and um the
not a
catwalk
great sign.
starts to shake, and the ghosts come at you, and like flying hunks of metal and twisting catwalk is upon you. And throughout it all you hear, "Khazdrath Thul, the oath it cut, the oath is broken. Khazdrath Thul."
So obviously they see us and are treating us. So at first I thought that was like a replay of like, you know how like there's the stories about ghosts that are caught in like a cycle where they just repeat, but now it appears more like they were having like a discussion
No, no, no,
as
no.
ghosts.
You're right. That what you saw was in the past, like
Okay,
a replay of time loop. Okay, a replay of the past trauma or whatever when when
something bad happened.
the rebellion started, maybe,
Yeah,
you know, and and Gondrel, the dwarf, like your Alric's friend, he's kind of caught in it, and
I
now
see.
you're about to get caught in it because you've
Yeah, because he
engaged.
definitely was not here when that happened.
No, no, right,
Right. Okay.
right.
Gotcha. All
Sorry,
right.
it's
Oh,
hard to
okay.
explain.
So
It's
this
hard
is
to
like Dwarven Indiana Jones Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
kind of what I thought might be happening. But then when they
well, at least
recognized Steven, I had my doubts. But it kind of makes sense that they could move in and out of it.
no, they're not physical, right? Like
No, I mean I don't mean move physically. I mean like be in this time loop and then
and
recognize
see,
outside
yeah,
things and
see you
yeah,
and yeah, in the
yeah.
sense that you're like a um the dragon is there. Tor your brother Glenn is like beaming with light
Hmm.
and is blessed. So you're kind of like in the and you have the second sight. So your
Yeah.
aura is like glowing.
There's a
So
lot
that
of
you're
magic
yeah, they didn't haven't noticed Levi,
vertices.
let's say, right? So anyway, it's now uh something what do you do? Like the it seems like the environment itself is conspiring to hurt you. The catwalk is shaking and twisting and will need a speed test to
Ooh.
maintain your balance. So everybody make a speed test.
Oh, what's the
And the obstacle is let me just obstacle is 4.
Jesus.
And
Well,
failure consequence is that you'll you'll fall off the catwalk down wherever that is.
So is that a difficult or challenging? My speed is before. Jesus.
0 successes. Who's that?
that is Brother Glenn,
Whoa.
the fallen priest of Pelor.
Wow.
I know.
um can I argue for an advantage because this is dwarven made? Torvig, you
Oh,
know,
Oh.
he's ready to move. He has a he has a better understanding of when something's about to fail than the others because I'm a dwarf.
Okay. I think you're more
These
stout. I think you're more stout and you're more balanced.
oh.
That's right. Lower center of gravity.
Right. You
See,
is that
I
you?
opened a 6 and I got another 6.
Okay. You got two sixes?
Uh, Ob
Oh.
4. Oh man.
So Vienna, you fall.
Yeah.
Now remember, you can always spend another fate to re-roll a traitor these days.
What's
No,
that?
he
What's
did
that?
already.
No, but I opened a 6. What was
Oh my
No,
the?
he opened
God.
a 6.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right.
So what can you do? What can you
You
do
can
to
spend
open?
another fate to re-roll a failed dice.
Like a 1?
Yeah, and like you have like 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 6. You
Yeah.
can spend a fate point to open that to re-roll the 2 or the 3,
So just one of them.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it because I don't. If I'm down, I'm fucked.
I mean, I'm yeah,
Oh, okay. So I made it.
So Chris Vienna makes it.
yeah. I
Brother
need a ton, so
Glenn
I'm
is very far off.
yeah, me too.
Should I just do the whale scream now?
Yeah.
Ah!
There you
Okay.
go.
Falling Torvig is also falling, right?
Oh yeah.
Um, okay. So, uh, this could be
I
bad.
rolled abysmally.
Unfortunately, falling is really not the best in Burning Wheel. Okay. So I roll a die of fate, basically. The thing wrenches and twists, and like suddenly like the grate even gets like slicker from like a blast of steam that hits it with like cold, and you slip You go and grab for a rail, you miss that. And in Brother Glenn's case, his like heavy, you know, plate armor or heavy chain sort of like makes it even harder. And you tumble over the railing into that darkness below. You fucking hit like a chain, baff. You hit a pole, and then you come like you just like slam onto a stone floor, um, which in the darkness and in the whole thing, um, uh, it could be either very good, which would be a light wound, a fracture. It could be a broken arm, rib, legs, which is a midi, or it could be so 1 to 2, it's a light wound.
Okay.
Um, 3, 4, 5, it's a midi wound. Okay, which is
Okay.
like a and and 6 is a severe. Okay, really bad.
Okay.
So I'll roll Torvik first. For Torvig, it's a midi wound. I got a 4.
Okay.
Okay. So that would be like a minus 2D or something.
Yes.
And for Steven, ooh, lucky Steven. It's a fracture. So
Yeah, 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 bone
just
fracture.
a light wound, like a minus 1D.
Okay.
Ah! Um, the dragon keeps its balance, I think. Let me roll the dragon. Um, uh, for what is it? B6 speed. Ooh, yeah, I did well. Dragon got 5 successes. No problem. A lot of sixes too. So no problem. Dragon like claws just grip the thing, and Lucarin like, um, uh, what do you do? Like, how do you maintain keep your balance? You're muted, buddy.
Because I blew like points, like I'm falling and then I'm grabbing and then it's just like right. So then I
Nice.
I I I almost fall a couple times and yeah.
Nice. So you kind of like hanging on a thing, but it's black. There's no more torchlight.
Mm.
Okay. Uh, and Steven, um,
Yep.
let's see what happens to your sword. Um, roll a die of fate.
Okay.
On a 1, it's like lost, clang down to nowhere.
Okay. This is a die of fate.
Just like a 1d6.
Yeah. That was going to do something.
Good.
Yeah, I rolled. Yeah, two. Two.
Okay, got you. And Kyle, same for you.
Oh, okay. No. 5.
Okay, and Viano?
Well, I didn't fall.
Oh yeah. So you kind of caught the grading and stuff like there. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm still on. I didn't.
You're
Yeah, yeah,
still
yeah.
on the catwalk. Okay. So now for the guys who are down on the ground,
But I
uh,
don't mind rolling for my torch sense because I like
yeah.
I didn't fall. So I mean, I don't think if you're saying that if I passed and I spent those fate points, I
Yeah.
still have my torch.
Yeah, you still have your torch, so you're good. You have light. You see like um the ghosts like have kind of all uh disappeared. Like the vision is gone. Okay. And for the two of you down there, you're in you're like on a central pillar, like you're, well, you're on a stone floor. you can't see anything, obviously. Maybe Torvik can make out that he's on a stone floor and he can see about what 15, 20 feet out on in the darkness.
Torvig, Torvig can see the back of his eyelids because
Right.
Torvig is unconscious.
Oh, Torvik is unconscious. Nice, because of
Yeah.
the wound
Shit, that's a
penalty.
problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Nice. So you're down to zero.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Oh,
I'm at -3, so my speed is only 3.
right. Wow. That's heavy.
Yeah.
That's going to slow you down.
Yes, not moving quite well.
Okay. So, Brother Glenn, like you let's say you're close to Torvik, right? You can
Yeah.
hear that he fell like not far from you. And you can hear Lucarn is up there. He's like, you can hear Lucarn like up at and the dragon is like the dragon she's like, I never like what is that? That is unbelievable. What happened? I've never experienced this. Um, and the dragon kind of like comes down in the darkness. It can like basically magically see or blind sight see, and it it climbs down to where you guys and it seems like it wasn't such a big fall. It wasn't like it's only about like 2 stories, like 20 feet, but in
Well,
the with
if you fall on your head, 2 stories is pretty bad. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty
Yep.
bad, like what happened to Torvik. All right. It's 10:17. It's getting late for me, guys.
Sure. No, this
Pretty
is
good.
good. It's good to
Yep.
get into a fight though, because it's going to take, we want to do it properly. We don't want to rush it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good cliffhanger.
Yeah. Again,
The
Torvik down.
terrible things are often good cliffhangers in
Yeah.
games. Well, I guess in shows as well.
Well, thanks, guys. That was great fun. Should we do let's do Artha quickly?
Sure, sure.
Yep.
Hmm. A lot of lower dumps here today.
Yeah.
All right. Brother Glenn.
Pillar alone cannot dragon taint us through where we need to go. I don't trust her. I really don't think that there's a situation where I um, really challenged her.
Challenged her, yeah.
So I really don't feel. Um, all the works of Peller will be for naught if the giants prevail. We must stay focused on cleansing the axe. Um, I would say being fairly aggressive and fuck you to the ghost, I would say definitely counts for that.
Okay, get a
Uh,
fate point for that.
yeah. Uh, and then because I like to go big all at once, I will say that directly challenging the ghost and stay away from my Torvig counts as another fate point for the third belief, which
Yeah,
is
and I
Torvig
kind
Yeah,
is
of
our
that's
think
best
awesome.
that
hope.
that's also your instinct to defend your buddies.
That's true.
So you get a fate point for your instinct.
Yeah, it definitely went
Excellent.
wrong.
Yeah, so
Oh, yes.
you're very steadfast. Um,
Yes.
again, the where you yeah, you were steadfast. So is
Hmm.
that your trait causing you trouble? So it's like
It
that
was.
one moment of defending your buddy is like a three-pointer because the way you've
Yeah.
craftily crafted your character so far. Uh,
It-
yeah, traits are usually hard. So let's leave it to two, like the instinct and the thing, right?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think steadfast has to be longer. Like a nope, I'm staying true to my ideals and I'm steadfast or a steadfast friend. Okay,
Yes.
Vieno, you did a little bit of role play for your religious belief, which I'm dying to give you Artha for finally.
Yeah, no, it's been a while for that. So yeah.
So
Um, Still, yeah. So I do not know who amongst us can use the axe. So that still isn't clear. I'm terrified of the dark and must enter and must seek the light of Pelor to find my courage. I think that's good. I cannot save my family unless we have this axe blessed. Even though we might all survive this dungeon, there's no path. So I think trying to go in,
Yep.
despite my fear, yeah. So maybe two.
Two fate. Sure.
Yeah.
I think that would be it for you.
Yeah, no, I didn't think it was too crazy.
And Torvik?
The axe is dragon tainted. Is Cryofax's mother responsible? I'll find out. No, didn't do anything on that. My cursed eyes might be useful if I knew what I was seeing. I'll convince Cryofax to teach me aura reading. I think we're building towards that, but nothing.
Yeah.
He did not pursue it this time. The Temple of Morden in Doom Khazdrath was a repository of lore. We will search the temple for a way to cleanse the axe. The dragon is taking us to Doom Khazdrath. That's the whole
Yeah, so
reason
that's
we're.
you get a
Yeah.
fate for that. Yeah.
I swore to Uncle Villic I would do everything in my power to recover the axe of Dwarvish lords and cleanse it and destroy its evil. We are
In the
the
midst
reason
of
we are
that.
here is because of that. Yeah.
So two
Um, and I used my instinct, but it didn't cause me trouble really. It was
is
helpful.
the eyesight one, right?
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Now I did use always tell the ugly truth. Kind of. That was my motivation for telling Lucarn all the terrible things.
Oh, that's
Uh,
great.
so
That
and
was kind of
arguably
funny
that
too. Actually,
yeah
that was
that
kind of it was like a humor moment too. So I'd give you a
yeah.
fate point for that at least.
Hmm.
I would say Persona, but it wasn't that funny. It
No, it wasn't like
wasn't.
unbelievably hilarious.
Yeah, but it was
And I
good.
think that's it. I mean, I used some of my traits, but uh, they didn't actually. I don't know that
You
any of
did you
them.
did use I'm a dwarf to kind of like explain away something, but it didn't help you or it didn't hinder
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
It
it
didn't hinder
didn't.
you. I'm waiting
Yeah,
for
it wasn't.
you to use bold in a stupid way.
Well, give it time. I mean,
Yeah. Okay, guys. We should hopefully try and make next week, because it's gonna get hard to schedule in a session, for the
in
end of April
summer.
for me. Yeah.
I mean, I think I should be good for next week. Let me look at my
Yeah,
calendar.
I should be good.
I
Yep,
could
I'm
probably
going to be
do
good.
like if everything goes well, I can possibly do 6th and 13th. 20th maybe, but 6th and 13th I can swing it.
Okay,
Okay.
I should be good for both of those days theoretically.
'Cause then hopefully
Fun.
we can finally finish this chapter,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, guys. I gotta go.
And I
All
get
right.
that.
Good night.
Be well.
Thank you very much,
Thank you. This was fun.
buddy. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Take care.